Hello and welcome back to another Microsoft Flight Simulator video. In this video, we're going to take this beautiful A300, recently released for Microsoft Flight Sim 2024, in kind of like a pre-alpha version. We're going to take it from beautiful Louisville to head of FedEx here in the United States, Memphis International. So a short little hop. We're going to be using BeyondATC, which recently launched its full live traffic to everyone. So now it's experimental for everyone, no longer just the supporters. We're going to see how that works. Also, they have a new thing added onto it as well we're going to check out. So I have information alpha already on board, so I'm going to go ahead and get my clearance at this point. Stand for clearance. Hello from FedEx 516. We are ready for IFR clearance to Memphis with information alpha.
FedEx 516 Heavy, Standard clearance, information alpha, correct, cleared to Memphis. Heidi 1 departure with the rammer transition, then as filed. Climb via SID, except maintain 4,000 feet. Departure frequency 132.325, squawk 0411.
Alright, so we have our information there. Let me go ahead and pop it in. I'm using my Stream Deck to pop in the frequency and the squawk information. Clear to Memphis, Heidi 1 departure, Ramser transition, then is filed. Climb via the SID, except maintain 4,000. Departure on 132.325, squawk 0411. FedEx 516.
FedEx 516 Heavy, read back correct. Contact ground 121.7 when ready for push or start.
Alright, so 121 and 7. Okay, so we're pretty much ready for a push and start. And okay, so before I get this pushback going, I had to struggle getting this plane going for the first time in a long time yesterday when I did my first initial flight with this plane. So we're going to see how we go. Now, keep in mind, I do not do things by procedure. I do things as a sim kind of procedure. So have some fun flying these planes. And that's kind of what I do with this this aircraft. All right, so let's go ahead and get our pushback and engine start. Louisville ground, FedEx 516 requesting pushback and engine start.
FedEx 516 Heavy, Louisville ground, pushback approved, face south.
Face south, FedEx 516. Wow, I've been using United a lot recently. So, yeah, that's how that works. Alright, so we have our pushback approved. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and start an engine first because I want to make sure things work out the way they're supposed to. So I have the APU bleed on. We're now going to start engine 2. So we're going to go over to A, start engine 2. It's going to change from arm to open. Then we're going to watch on down here. This is going to increase our N2s up to 20. At 20, we'll go ahead and increase fuel into the aircraft. Okay, so that's about 20. So engine number 2 coming on board. And while that's rotating, we'll go down here. And I'm going to adjust the trim slightly. It's a bad view. Let's try it up here. So takeoff is 0.1, I think that's what it said. We'll verify that in a second. 0.1, I'd say about right there. And departure takeoff, let's see, is 0.1 down, so yeah. Alright, we have an engine 2 that came on board, heard that click. Up top, same thing, engine number 1. That's a good sign. Watch for N2s now. Parking brake is going to be released. And we're going to push back, face the south. Alright, N2s, or engine 1 looking good. Introduce fuel. Just putting up those. Okay, let's go ahead and get our pushback, shall we? All's looking pretty good here in the cockpit. Wait for that engine 1 to fully come on board. There it is. Pushback. Alright, so we have the parking brake release tugs going to be connected. Let's go and get that clock going. I'm not exactly sure what time you're supposed to, or what point you're supposed to get the clock going, but I'm going to connect it now. Alright, let's go ahead and push back. We have 2 stable engines. 1 and 2. Beautiful. Alright, looking at my checklist now. We have a good engine, so we're going to go ahead and go up here to continuous. We're going to go APU bleed to the off position. We're going to go to the master switch to off. Galley is on there. Take a look at the left here, looking good. We're in a tight situation here, so we got to make sure we don't hit any buildings. And let's go ahead and set our flaps. Trim's been set. Okay, looking pretty good. Let's go ahead and swing. That should work pretty good. Alright, I say that's pretty good. Let's go ahead and stop our pushback. All grand there. Louisville Ground, FedEx 516 requests taxi. I'm going to keep saying United, aren't I?
Envoy 3565, gate Bravo 16 Alpha taxi via Bravo 5 Bravo.
I'm going to check the pushback till make sure the tug's not connected. Alright, looks good.
Gate Bravo 16 Alpha taxi via Bravo 5 Bravo. Hold short runway 29er.
Alright, flaps are set. All good. Let's go ahead and take takeoff config.
FedEx 516 heavy, runway 35 left taxi via Alpha.
Runway 35 left via Alpha. FedEx 516. Holy smokes, I am not going to get this FedEx thing down, am I? Alright, we're rolling. It's funny because I actually did a stream recently about wanting to fly this plane because it's been a long time since I've flown it. And then all of a sudden it comes out the next day.
Envoy 3565, cross runway 29er at Bravo. Continue taxi via Bravo, hold short runway 29er.
Now, if you do have the 306 for Flight Sim 2020, there is a paid update to get the premium version, to get the the 2024 version. Who knows how much work any builds actually had to do to make this plane work? Probably enough, but for me it was like $13 with the exchange rate. Well worth it for this plane. I bought it, I think, when it was on sale, honestly, initially. So that's just paying the difference in reality. But I know I'm gonna get plenty of hours in this plane. It's nice to have another really cool plane added to 2024.
392, gate Alpha 8 taxi via
So honestly,
Delta 4,
really,
Delta
I'm
6,
looking
kilo
for
inner.
just the iFly now, personally. I know PMDG will eventually release their
Gate Alpha 8 taxi via Delta 4,
737
Delta,
and 777s.
Delta 6, kilo.
I think it's gonna be a while before we see
Spirit
that. It's
Wings
gonna be a while, so
392.
I'm looking very forward simply to the iFly because I figure that's gonna come out a lot sooner than the PMDG stuff will. Alright, getting close up here. We're gonna hand off to tower. Alright, tower is going to be handed off shortly. I'll get my comms ready for that transfer.
FedEx 516 heavy, contact Louisville Tower 124.2.
124.2. Alright, over to tower. One thing I did forget to do, because I'm a bad pilot, is turn on my taxi lights. Big old UPS there in the way. Alright, holding short here. Louisville Tower, FedEx 516 holding short 35 left. I started saying United. I didn't Say it fully.
FedEx 516 Heavy, Louisville Tower, wind 295 at 6, or nav to Raro, runway 35 left,
Raro.
cleared for takeoff.
Runway 35 left, cleared for takeoff. You might hit. Sorry, FedEx 516. Man, in my head too, I'm telling myself, all right, remember to say FedEx. And I didn't. And I didn't. All right, coming on board here. Line up on this runway. All right, on departure, we're going to be pretty much heading straight. Bring up those engines a bit. Auto thrust is set, arm checked. Engines are stabilized. Let's go flying. Now, I did 2 flights in this plane yesterday. One in the not premium version, and one in the actual premium version. The difference was substantially better. All right, rotating. It's a big bird, heavy bird. Positive rate of climb, gears going up. Okay, all looking grand. Let's go to profile.
FedEx
Nav.
516 Heavy, contact Louisville departure.
Over to departure, 132325. Flaps coming up. Departure, FedEx 516, passing 2,000, climbing 4,000.
FedEx 516 Heavy, Louisville departure. Good day, radar contact, climb and maintain 16,000 feet.
16,000, FedEx 516. That's 2 in a row. I did it. Might be onto something. Alright, profile set. Picking up some speed. Sometimes it's weird flying these planes that aren't fly-by-wire after flying one for a while, because you have to realize how much manual entry you have to give the plane. Okay, looking pretty good, up to 1.6. Let's bring that down. Oh, there he is down. Okay, good. Alright, that's a pretty dang good departure. Alright, so this video is going to be broken up into 2 parts. We're going to do the departure here, and then once we get handed off the center, I'll catch you back once we get into approach into Memphis. Got some clouds coming up aboard here. This plane is so fun to fly, though. It is so fun. It's a lot more hands-on compared to like the 319, 320, 321 from Phoenix. I feel like it's even more hands-on, honestly, than like the 737, like the Max. I could be wrong on that. I definitely could be wrong, but I feel like it is. It's also it's a big plane, so it also takes a little bit to get used to the handling of it. They did a really good job making it just feel big and bulky. Alright, looking good. I'm still hand flying this bird. Oh, looking grand. Do we have light coming through here? I'm not sure where all that light's coming from. It's kind of bright in this cockpit, but I don't know where the light would be coming. Ray tracing, though, is so cool in the cockpit now. 2024. Alright, off my path just a little bit, trying to reconnect.
FedEx 516 Heavy, contact Indianapolis Center 124.775.
Alright, now's a good time. We're going to hand over to autopilot. 124775. Indianapolis Center, FedEx 516, passing 14,000, climbing 16,000. And they should hand us up to our cruising altitude.
FedEx 516 Heavy, Indianapolis Center. Climb and maintain flight level 320.
Flight level 320, FedEx 516. Alright. We are going up to cruise 320.
FedEx 516 Heavy, contact Indianapolis Center 124.625.
124.625. I like that I added heavy on the end of it already. I should be saying that. Indianapolis Center, FedEx 516 Heavy, passing 15,000, climbing flight level 320.
FedEx 516 Heavy, Indianapolis Center, copy.
They copy us. Cool.
American 808.
Cool.
Contact
All right, we're going to go ahead and
Center
pick up
128.3.
on the approach here into Memphis.
Contacted.
FedEx 516 Heavy, contact Memphis, approach 124.65. See you.
Over to 124.65, FedEx 516 Heavy, see ya. Alright, so we are headed over to approach at this point, over to the approach frequency. I'm going to go ahead and get our ATIS information first. So ATIS is going to be on 127.75. 127.75.
Information, Charlie.
Charlie's
14.
information. Memphis approach, hello from FedEx 516 Heavy with information Charlie. We're at 10,000.
FedEx 516 Heavy, Memphis approach, altimeter tree 04 tree, expect the visual approach runway 18 left.
Expect the visual 18 left, FedEx 516 Heavy. Alright, so we have our expected arrival. All looking grand there. And we're expecting the visual 18 left. Alright, all's looking good. We're at flight level 100 based on their charts. That works what we're expecting. We'll get some vectors here not too long from now. And let's see what we have here. So we have a disco ahead of us, which is expected. I'm not going to adjust anything at this point because we are now on the vectors for the visual for the 18 left. Plane's speeding up for some crazy reason. So that's all fine.
Allegiant 504, contact Memphis Center 118.625.
Contact Memphis Center 118.625. Allegiant 504. Have a
We're on
good day.
manual speed, and we're going to go to 250. Right, and let that settle on in. Okay, so we should get our vectors not too long from now. We're 30 nautical miles from the airport, so plenty of time to get on down. And again, we're expecting 18 left, so 3,000 is what I'm going to put in rate in the altitude for now, and we'll wait to see what else ATC tells us. So we seem to be tracking a different localizer because it says 3-1 here.
Memphis, FedEx
3-2 now, so it's
872
going
Heavy,
up.
10,200
But our ILS is
information Charlie.
1.15. Course is 180.
FedEx 872 Heavy,
So
Memphis
that's all
approach,
set up
altimeter
properly.
304 tree, expect the
Not
visual
quite
approach
sure what
runway
it's tracking.
18 center.
And our autopilot just keeps on wanting to go up.
Expect the
So
visual approach runway 18 center.
we'll let it handle
FedEx
itself.
872 Heavy.
Not quite sure why it's doing that,
American
but oh well.
1354, lead HASO heading
I'm not
350,
experienced enough with this
radar
plane
vectors
to
for
know
visual
how
approach runway
to
18
fix some
left.
of that stuff.
Lead HASO heading tree 50.
Road.
Expect radar vectors for visual approach runway 18 left. American 1354.
I'm sure there's a way I can put in the speed, and I just do not know how
FedEx
to.
516 Heavy, turn right heading 245. Intercept the 18 left localizer. Descend, maintain 3,300 feet. Vectors for the approach.
Right heading 245. Descend and maintain 3,300 vectors for the approach. United 516. 245 for the heading.
American 1354, descend and maintain 4,000 feet. Altimeter tree 04 tree. Vectors for the
And
approach.
3,
maintain 4,000 feet. Altimeter tree 04 tree. American 1354.
Making our approach into Memphis. Altimeters check one last time. Landing lights are already extended. Arm the speed brakes, even though I think we're going to probably need them on the approach. And let's go ahead and reduce our speed. We're going to go down to 210. Well, let's do, this is a big plane. Let's do 230 for now. Alright, so what we're expecting for the arrival, 196, 181, 142. So we'll do 180 on the finals. And then on to 145. I like to keep a little bit more speed on this plane coming on in. It's big and heavy. Needs a little bit more to work with sometimes. And on the arrival, I'm not quite sure exactly what we're expecting, either exit right or left. I'm going to throw money on the left, but it's probably going to be right now that I said that. Let's bring in our circle one more time. Okay, all looking good. Alright, we're tracking now. So about 20 nautical miles away from the airport. And we're going to intercept right around here. And right around there we're going to be at about 2,000 feet. So we should probably get vectors to descend down to 2,000.
FedEx 872 Heavy, fly present heading, intercept the 18 center localizer, descend maintain 3,300 feet, altimeter tree 04 tree, vectors for the approach.
Oh wow, so that's another FedEx plane coming in.
Fly present heading.
They're going to do 18 center.
18 center localizer.
That's cool.
Descend maintain 3,300 feet. Altimeter 3043. FedEx 872 Heavy.
That's really cool.
FedEx 428 Heavy, airport is at your 2 o'clock, 13 miles. Report the field in sight.
Another FedEx plane ahead of us.
Field in sight. FedEx 428 Heavy.
A lot of FedExes.
FedEx 428 Heavy, cleared visual approach, runway 18 right.
Jeez. We're
Cleared
using all
visual
3
approach
runways.
18 right. FedEx 428 Heavy.
That's, I think, the first time I've ever heard that.
American 1354, turn left, heading 250. Intercept the 18 left localizer. Descend, maintain 2,800 feet.
I think that is actually the first time I've ever heard that.
Turn left, heading 250.
Let's go ahead and slow down this bird.
Intercept the 18 left localizer. Descend, maintain.
We're going to have to bring out the spoilers again.
American 1354.
I want to make sure that we're not too high up on this approach.
FedEx 428 Heavy, contact Memphis Tower 128.425. Have a good day.
Contact Tower 128.425. FedEx 428 Heavy.
Alright, we're clear to intercept the localizer.
10 o'clock, 12 miles. Report the field in sight.
Field in sight. American 1354.
My only gripe with this plane, and you know, obviously it's real life, but you can't zoom in any more than this. That's the max.
Left.
Cleared visual approach 18 left. American 1354.
Envoy 3847, leave Hasso heading tree 50. Expect radar vectors for
Alright,
visual
we're going to
approach.
bring out our
runway
flaps
18
in
left.
just a second here. Just going to get that speed down a little bit more.
350, expect radar vectors for visual approach runway 18 left, Envoy 3847.
American
First notch of flaps are
1354,
out.
Memphis Tower 128.425.
They're called the slats.
Over to tower 128.425. American 1354.
I have the airport in sight there.
FedEx 516 Heavy, airport is at your 10 o'clock, 11 miles. Report the field in sight.
We have the field in sight, FedEx 516 Heavy. Alright, let's go and arm
516 Heavy, cleared visual
landing.
approach, runway 18 left.
Clear for the visual, 18 left, FedEx 516 Heavy. Okay, all good there. And
Envoy
we're only going to get
3847, fly present
2,000.
heading, descend and maintain 4,000.
I'm going to put
altimeter
2,000
304
in
tree,
the
vectors for
system.
approach.
We're going to bring up
Fly
the
present
BS
heading,
just a little
descend
bit.
and maintain 4,000. Altimeter
And we
tree
should intercept the
04
localizer
tree,
momentarily.
Envoy 3847.
Stowing the speed brakes, arming the spoilers again.
516 Heavy, contact Memphis Tower 128.425.
Over to 128.425. 128.425. Memphis Tower, FedEx 516 Heavy on the visual, 18 left.
FedEx 516
Right,
Heavy, Memphis
localizer.
Tower, continue.
Continuing. Continue, FedEx 516 Heavy. You're coming down. Laps. Let's go down to 145. Alright, flaps out. Looking good. And I forgot to on the ILS. There's the ILS. Good. And flaps down to 4. Alright, approach looking good. We're on the glide slope. Localizer is good. Okay, well, let's plane kind of guide us on in until we get our next call from tower. So FedEx cargo land is right over here. We'll actually fly over it.
FedEx 516 Heavy, wind 170 at 9er, runway 18 left, cleared to land.
18 left, cleared to land. FedEx 516 Heavy. Alright, we got our clearance.
FedEx 428 Heavy,
AP's
exit
off.
left at Mike Tree.
Silence the alarm.
Exit left
Silence
at
that
Mike
aircraft.
FedEx 428 Heavy.
Got a few
American
FedEx
1354,
planes.
exit next available taxiway.
I don't know if I've really actually
Exit
flown
next
this
available
plane with
taxiway.
BeyondATC
American
before.
1354.
If I have, it was like once or twice.
All aircraft be advised.
So it's cool to
information
see
Delta
the
now
FedEx
correct.
planes.
Altimeter tree 044.
With BeyondATC traffic.
American 1354, monitor ground 1 tree 1.5.
Ground 1
Nice,
tree
steady,
1.5.
small movements
American
of this plane.
1354.
Readjust trim if necessary. Going off the pappies right now. A little low, so bring the nose up. A little off center line, but we'll get that fixed. We have plenty of room, plenty of time here. Pappies are telling me one thing and the glide slope's telling me another. It's always fun, isn't it? This is nice visual arrival, so I got this. I got it. Maybe. Alright. Still in the gears down. There we are. Touchdown. Reversers coming out, slowing this plane down. There's another FedEx, I think. Or is that American? That's an American that landed.
Memphis Tower, FedEx 872 Heavy, visual runway 18 center.
Slowing down. Flaps coming up.
FedEx 516 Heavy, exit right at Sierra 1.
Exit right, Sierra 1, FedEx 516 Heavy. I don't know if this is Sierra 1, but we're taking it.
FedEx 872 Heavy, Memphis Tower, wind 170 at 12,
This is
runway
Sierra
18
2,
center,
so
cleared to
we're a
land.
little off, but that's right.
Runway 18 center cleared to land. FedEx 872 Heavy.
Alright, here we are. Oh, there's some FedEx planes there. I wonder if they'll actually send
FedEx
us
516 Heavy, contact ground 1 tree 1.5.
131.5. Whoops, I got 131.15. 1315. FedEx Express ground. Hello from FedEx 516 Heavy. We are ready to taxi to cargo 842. We're at Sierra 2.
FedEx 516 Heavy, welcome to Memphis. Cargo 842 taxi via Sierra 2, Sierra Alpha Charlie. Hold short runway 9er.
Cargo 842 via Sierra 2 Sierra Alpha Charlie. Hold short 9. FedEx 516 Heavy. Alright, and landing lights are off. Alright, we're making a long trot back to the back here. There is that American plane. So we're holding short here because, not holding short, but we're holding because of this American plane in front of us. There is a FedEx plane landing. So this American plane has to hold. So this is really cool. This will be neat to see how BeyondATC traffic works with this situation here. Should be pretty good. So there's FedEx coming in for the landing. We're going to be heading on Sierra here straight down the path to Alpha. So take a view on the outside here. FedEx landed. And now that American should be crossing momentarily. Alright, FedEx is clear of the runway.
American 1354,
and American's moving.
Cross runway 18 center at Lima. Continue taxi
cool is
via
that?
Lima.
Cross runway 18 center at Lima.
Alright, we're making our move now.
Continue
FedEx is
taxi
behind
via
us.
Lima. American 1354.
Gotta move our butts.
FedEx 872 Heavy, military cargo 1 taxi via Sierra, Romeo Yankee, Papa 1.
Military
going
cargo
to,
1 taxi via Sierra, Romeo, Yankee, Papa 1, FedEx 872 Heavy.
They're actually going... I think they're coming our way. Oh, yeah, what was that? An American landed? Cool. That traffic is just so freaking amazing with BeyondATC. So incredible. Let's see if they give us clearance before we get there.
FedEx 516 Heavy, cross runway 9er at Charlie. Continue taxi via Charlie.
Cross runway 9 at Charlie. Continue taxi via Charlie. FedEx 516 Heavy. Alright, here we are in cargo land FedEx. Really, really cool flight. Thanks for watching. BeyondATC traffic is really, really cool. This Airbus A300-600 is so cool to have back in Flight Sim. Well, first time into Flight Sim 2024. Thanks for watching this video. As always, give me that thumbs up. Give me that subscription. Comment below what you think of this wonderful plane and any of these add-ons. These add-ons are so cool. Oh, we got a FedEx coming in there for a landing. Really cool ending to a really cool flight here. They're really low. They are really low. Well, cool. Alright, here we are at our parking spot. Thanks for watching. We'll see you for the next video. Take care.